Welcome back to Sunday League Football, where this man here loves to celebrate in front of the camera. The only problem is, he often goes out of shot. So I'm just sending him back to the most appropriate point on the pitch where he can throw his arms around and do whatever he wants. I think about there will do, Callum. Thank you very much. Now, if Callum does score today, here's a sneak peek of what we could expect. But there's no Callum Palmer in team. It's all about these boys too, remember? And today we face up to this lot here. It's St Eagles. Some might thought they were called Go-Ahead Eagles. I think he's been placing too many bets on the Eredivisie. I can't say it properly. The Dutch League. If we look at the current table, look at us in third place. We're doing it right, aren't we? And if you just joined us for this season, it was crap. We were bottom at Christmas. What about our opponents? Well, they're not in our division. Division 1? No. Division 2. Yeah, 5th place. Played 5, lost 5. They win some, they lose some, and they draw 1. So what does this game mean? It means it's the Ken Robinson Cup, a chance to get into the quarterfinals, and on paper, you would expect us to go through. But we did struggle last time round against Project 10 in Division 4. So let's give this lot the utmost respect, but also beat them at the same time, please. It's also worth noting that this lot actually beat Campion Old Boys, the team that trounced us 7-3, our worst defeat ever. Obviously, we got the revenge a couple of weeks ago, didn't we? Oh, go on, Callum, we'll put it in. Question is Callum Palmer in the starting 11 today? Let's find out. In between the sticks, our hero, our saviour, the Sunday League veteran. It's Tony! Back 4 of Budney, Elliott, Webby and Knowlesy. Into the midfield, hallelujah, it's Tommy. He returns. Blossy in the middle alongside Big Josh. On the wings man at the moment, Callum Palmer. On the opposite side, it's Josh Knowles. Then up top, it's Big Bill Tex. Here's SMIV, give me some subs. Okay. On the bench, we've got Ethan, who returns from judo practice. A man who's ruled himself out for the rest of the season. It's new signing Nick. Then we've got Handsome Kev and Garen. So we lost the toss, so we swapped ends. The wind is heavily in favour of our opponents here. They're playing downhill too. It's going to get boggy in that second half. Really boggy. And I think their game plan is win the first half and get through the second. Meanwhile, Tom was telling us about a film he saw about McDonald's.
£1 million, keeping their original McDonald's. They move a McDonald's into the area. They can't call it McDonald's. And then McDonald's runs them out of business, so they lose everything. Because they get £1 million each, and they're supposed to get a gentleman's agreement, which is supposed to be 1% of the profits every year, which is equivalent to $8 million a year now, but should have been going since 1954. It's not a documentary, it's a film. It's based on a true story. It's really good. Like, obviously, don't bother watching that.
I was going to say, just listen. I only said I fancied a hash brown, but hey ho. Anyway, it's PalmersFC versus St Eagles in the Ken Robinson Cup, and it's not live. Clearly not. Back to another universe. So the game plan is get the ball to that ginger kid who scored an overhead kick a couple of weeks ago. He actually scored a fairly decent goal last week too, but yeah, give it to Callum Palmer.
Now he's on!
Callum, they're laughing at you. Early observations in this game, the keeper's got a big one. The throw ain't too bad either. Big head from Elliott. So you've seen the title, you've seen the thumbnail. It's slippery out there. Don't believe me? Ask Big Josh. He's fine, people. Now, last week's video was very, very short because of the amount of balls that were overhit and went out for a goal kick. This week's theme is goal kicks going out for a throw. That wind is relentless out there. Tony's definitely going to struggle to get out of a half for this first half, at least. Josh Knowles going up against Guti in his prime there. Big head in the middle, unchallenged as it's flicked on here. That then slips under Knowles' foot, and number 9 is away. But rather than going gun-ho here, he's a little bit hesitant as he cuts it across. It's behind the number 10 in the middle, and unfortunately for them, that fizzles out. So early signs suggest this team ain't going to be a pushover today. For the most part, they're keeping it on the deck. They're passing it around well. And if it does have to go long, it will, but it's going to be the right ball. And on the end of this one from the number 5 is the 11. Tony, was that one for the cameras? It might have been, but I love the fact that new signing Nick is an absolute bellend. I love him for it. He's making the number 6 bring it back into the quadrant there. Every inch counts as far as he's concerned. Here we go. No hand signals from this week. This could be going anywhere. Anywhere. Stick it in the mixer. See what happens is what I say. And here's what happens. Elliott and number 11 go for it. Falls to the number 8. He sticks it in the air. 10 with the acrobatics.
Oh my god.
Who doesn't love acrobatics? Unfortunately for him, this goes the other side of the post, but I think he's done himself some damage there. At first, I thought he'd winded himself, but he's actually holding his shoulder. Maybe something's popped out. But I respect this. Go hard or go home. He's gone hard, but I get it. His eyes have lit up. 50,000 people minimum maybe watching this on YouTube. Then all those football pages on Instagram take our clip and don't credit us. You know who you are if you're watching this right now, you scumbags. Sorry, tangent there. But millions of views. Potentially, if you connect with this in the right way and it goes in the back of the net. Yeah, something's certainly not right. You can see him go down again. Here's Ethan's analysis.
Oh, he's actually proper fucked himself.
Cutting edge, but yeah, hopefully he's going to be alright. So following that injury, it's Big Josh that plays it forward too. Bill rolls his man, plays it on the inside too. Who is it? It's Blossy. Blossy's got Knowlesy in support here, and he's got a left peg, isn't he? So as Callum raises his arm, we don't know what it means, but it goes into the box. Elliott throws himself at it, but can't get on the end of it as that rolls out for a goal kick. We'll be back in defence this week as he plays it out wide too. Callum Palmer on the far side. He's opposite number 11, chases him down, but he cuts on the inside, comes across the box and hits it with the right. Easy one for the keeper in the end, wasn't it? But 15 minutes in, we're dealing with the conditions okay. As Bossy plays it down the line to Josh Knowles, who sticks it in the box, headed away by the defender, but it's only as far as Big Josh on that far side. Can he shoot? Here come Eagles now as they put this one into the box. On the end of it is the number 9 who gets that down, surrounded by Knowlesy and Elliott. Number 6 is in support. It falls to the 6 who hits it across goal. Following that, off goes the number 10, I'm assuming to A&E. Hopefully it's not too serious as they come forward again here. It's put over the top to the number 8 this time as he looks to get that under control. Knowles is going to chase him down. He looks up, cuts it back for the 21, is it? It's the first time ball straight into the path of Tony. That'll do. Following that, misplaced passes that roll out for goal kicks, and then many balls which are attempted to switch the play but catches the wind and out for throw-ins they go. I'm assuming neither team are able to play their normal football, so I'm thinking if we can get to half-time at 0-0, we've got the second half downhill with the wind. Fingers crossed we can bag some goals, although our opponents have struggled to do that so far. It's not easy out there as Josh Knowles gives it back to his brother Aaron Knowles, puts it across to Tommy. It's been a while since his shot, but the man in blue's got that one covered. Now, if new signing Nick could get out of the way, I could tell you exactly what's going on right now, but until then, well, here you go. Looks to have been swept up by the St Eagles defender here, who looks up, goes long, it's over the halfway line, it's over Elliott's head, and now number 8 looks to be in on goal, but can Tony get off his line quick enough? Of course he can. Yeah, they come again once more, though. It's number 24 into the number 9, who makes space for himself, hits it with a right, but that's over the bar, and she's wide. No, it was over 2. It's Wover. We've already seen an injury for our opponents. It's now an injury for us. Unfortunately, Elliott's tweaked his groin as that ball went over his head a few minutes ago. Hopefully it's not long-term or too serious, just needs to rest it up. Replacing him, as you can see, is Handsome Kev. As I say, not a lot going on in this first half. We're limited to these sort of highlights at the moment, just overhit balls. That's all we've got at the moment for you. But as we approach the end of this half, it's Callum Palmer on that far side, puts the ball in between the two defenders there for Blossy. He sliced his shot, and that's gone out for probably a throw. I think that's probably a good time to end this half. Take a breather. Let's go again in a second.
No fouls. Boys, good after, boys. Well done, mate.
Here's where I throw that graphic up of when we were good. Yeah, if you're new to these videos, maybe consider subscribing. It's free, so go and do it. Anyway, it's 0-0. Our opponents have failed to take advantage, which means it's now our time to have some wind and slopage. But despite that wind and slopage, it's our opponents that start the better. 1 minute in as it falls to 16 on the edge of the box. He knocks it to the 9, but as the shot goes through, it takes a deflection, takes the sting out of it, and that's an easy one for Tony. Moments later, Tommy Tom-Tom's on the deck. There's some good link-up play between Callum Palmer and Kev there, as Callum's got some space to put this ball into the box. It goes towards the back post. Bill can't get on it, but he does eventually play it back to Ethan. Not too sure what Ethan's doing. I think he's trying to get it onto his right, but instead he's played it to our opponent, and they can get it away. Well, only just. Ethan gets it back, gives it to Blossy. Blossy takes one touch, turns, hits it with the left. Quality indeed. We've seen a severe lack of power in shots today. I don't know if it's the conditions, it must be. But we break the deadlock through Blossy from the edge of the box. That lovely left peg of his, keeper, no chance. Into the back of the net it goes. It's 1-0 to the PalmersFC. Kick off. So with the pitch cutting up, it's getting harder and harder to play on the floor. That's not good for Callum Palmer. He loves keeping it on the deck as he dinks this one towards Blossy. Touch from him. He looks up. That goes over the top as well to Bill. It's a lovely ball, but that's cut out and it's composed and neat defending from our opponents there as that goes back to the man in blue. We actually made a few subs at half-time, including new signing Nick, who's slipping all over the show. That ball's played through to the number 9, but Webby's there to cut that one out. But we're going to continue on this near side, throwing into the number 8 who lets it run. Kev cuts it out, but it falls to the number 6, who's quite tricky. It's full Budney here as he gets it onto his right. But that shot there, that's not troubling no one. So similar to us, our opponents are dealing okay with the conditions. However, gym memberships are still required up top. So with the score 1-0, the onus is on our opponents to look to get back into this cup game, remember. Bags will be packed if they don't score, said Michael Owen, as the number 9 goes through here, one-on-one with Tony. I got a feeling 1-0 might not be enough today. We really do need to make the most of our chances as Blossy looks to unlock the defence. Looks like he's done that as he plays it into Callum Palmer. Oh, Bill. Oh, Bill. If anything, the bobble is not done him any favours as that goes wide of the goal. We've got to be sharper up top and focused at the back. Much like Tommy Tom, he's been putting the tackles in today. Long may it continue. And again. Ref not happy with the first tackle though, as the 16 blast that past the wall but also past the post. It's fair to say, even though we've got 1-0 up in this half, I think the better side are our opponents in St Eagles as this one's launched forward. Lovely touch from the 8 there as he shrugs off Webby. They've had some really good chances. It should be at least 1-1 right now. If not, they should be running away with it. Instead, we continue with the 1-0 lead. 70 minutes on the clock. 20 minutes for them to turn this around. As the ball's picked up by the number 6, he looks to get away from Blossy. Goes around Tommy and Webby. Then Garen. He's got good feet, but he's been false wide, if anything. There's not much going on in the box for him. Can he take on Garen? No, he's decided against it. Played it across the box.
He's part of the pig! Ref, you're part of the pig!
I feel like we're doing this every week at the moment, but we're bringing up another scenario that not everyone's clear on. I think it's good. I do know if a team passes the ball and it hits the ref, then that's brought back for a drop ball for that team. In this case, Tommy's just clattered the ref. Maybe he's getting him back for those tackles earlier. In the end, the ball went to the 16. I'm not sure why it's a drop ball for our opponents. I'm not bashing the ref, but if that's the rule, that's the rule. But I don't know. Anyway, luckily for us, it came to nothing, and Ethan can clear. On the edge of the box, he's getting a little bit scrappy out there. But listen, 2 divisions down, this lot are making us work hard for this. They're doing all the right things, including going for the men's high jump record. Here we go, another free kick, similar position, blasted this time straight down the middle on target, but Tony's able to deal with that. Feels like forever since we've seen this half of the field, but as the green grass turns brown, we come forward with Bill, who's got Cal ahead of him, and on another day might have took on his man, but not today. It's tough out there. He's looking for another pass, and he's giving it to Blossy on the edge here. Can he double our lead? No, we can't, but as Ethan switches play, I'm not too sure who it's for, but luckily Garen's on the end of it. He's got Bill and Blossy ahead of him, and Callum on this near side. He gives it to Callum, and this time he does look to take on his man, but 11's going to stand tall. Knowles is absolutely loving it on the sidelines as Blossy whips this in.
Yes! Fucking time.
Yeah, finally we doubled the lead. I'll tell you what, I can't help but feel we've been a bit lucky and overall been second best today as well. But the main thing is what that scoreboard reads in the corner, which is right this week, by the way. Thanks for everyone that pointed out that it was wrong last week. It's PalmersFC 2, St Eagles, zilch. Kick off. Let me check, it does read 2-0 up there. Yes, it does. We've got Tony in between the sticks today. And like most weeks when Blossy's here, I'm always asking him, how's his touch? Today, still good. And he's just such a good player, isn't he? Look at the vision. Sign of a good player, just knows where everybody is. However, no point in showing the rest of this clip as Bill got tackled. I showed the rest of that clip, didn't I? Anyway, no stoppage time today. I think the ref's got a table booked at Toby Carvery. There you have it. We ride out 2-0 winners, and into the quarterfinals of the Ken Robinson Cup we go. As I said during the match, fair play to our opponents. They gave us a game. So all the best to St Eagles for the rest of their season. We've still got to wait to see who we're going to play in the quarterfinals. It's either going to be Emerson Park, who we played last week and a couple of weeks before that in the league, or a side one division below us in Thriftwood Alliance, who we've never faced before. But hey, either way, we'll have to be on it if we want to reach a final this year. We've said it most weeks. League's gone. This is our priority. Cups. Let's do it. But hey, hope you enjoyed this one, and we will see you in the next one.